Let's talk about the three different implementation techniques of open source AI models and programs that companies like to use. For the first one, we got local deployment. Local deployment is when you run the open source model or software directly on a local workstation or device. An example of this would be running it on your laptop. Some of the advantages of this are that you have your full data privacy, it's zero cloud cost, and it's inexpensive. Some disadvantages would be that it's limited compute and hard to scale. What that means is, let's say you're running it on your laptop. Your laptop might not have the specifications to run the best models or run it with the most efficiency, so that can create problems in your executions. Next, we have the public cloud implementation. In this one, you're running a model or software workload through rented compute on Amazon Web Services, GCP, or Azure. AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure are just companies that let you rent computing power, such as GPU, CPU, storage, and databases to run your AI models and softwares. Some of the advantages are that it's scalable, reliable, there's no hardware cost because you're not owning any hardware, and they have pre-built LLM tools inside the system to help you create faster and better. Some disadvantages are that it's expensive to scale, but this is only at a really high level. Apart from that, medium to small size companies won't find it expensive. Your data passes through a cloud, but it's still secure. But if it's, for example, healthcare or banking, then there still might be some insecurities. And then vendor lock-in, which basically means that you have to follow Amazon or Google or Azure's policies and laws, and that might restrict you from freely being able to do whatever you want. And then finally, we have the best approach, which most companies use. That would be the hybrid deployment. The hybrid deployment is essentially companies combining local deployment and the public deployment. Based on their needs and requirements for the type of data they're using, they decide on whether they want to use public services or a local machine. Some of the advantages would be that the scalability is flexible. It's flexible in the sense that if you need a better local machine to run the private data, then you can just expand on that machine. And if you're expanding on the public server, then you just rent out more GPUs from Amazon. It's the best cost to performance ratio because you don't have to go all out on either or. You just need to do it according to your needs and requirements. And then you have strong privacy control, again, because you have local data and local machines running some of the private data that you need. And then for the disadvantages, we have complex architecture, and it requires expertise to be able to manage all of these different deployments at the same time. There are other types of deployments, but those are very niche, and the three that I mentioned are generally the most used amongst companies in 2025. Follow, like, and share for more AI-related content.